Hi, this is Mr. West, and today we're doing a Khan Academy tutorial on order of operations, no exponents. The first thing we need to understand about order of operations is what is it and why do we have it? So first off, order of operations can be easily remembered with PEMDAS, PEMDAS. What it stands for is parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. One thing to note, here I listed M and D, multiplication, division, with the same color. And the same thing for addition and subtraction. I wrote it with the same color. And that's because both of these operations, or all four of these operations, have equivalency. So multiplication and division, they're of equal footing, meaning that you're just going to go with either one. Multiplication is not in any way better or of higher order than division, but whatever one you see first, you're going to go left to right. Whichever one appears first, that's the one you're going to do. And that's the same thing for addition and subtraction. So you're not going to do addition always before subtraction, only when it appears before subtraction left to right. And the same thing for multiplication and division. So looking at the order of operations, parentheses is not an operation, but it's telling us where we should begin. It tells us to focus on anywhere we have parentheses first. Exponents is the next in line with order of operations, and the reason why it's next is because it's a higher order of multiplication. We can rewrite 5 to the third power as 5 times 5 times 5. 5 times itself 3 times. So it's in some ways equivalent to multiplication, but it's a higher order, so we need to take care of that first. Otherwise, we're going to be performing operations we don't intend. So if you want to, you can always expand exponents into their expanded form, and then just proceed from there, or just take care of exponents first and then move on to multiplication division. The same goes for multiplication. You'll see that I listed multiplication, an example for multiplication and division here, but multiplication can be rewritten as expanded addition. Multiplication is just repeated addition, so I can rewrite 5 times 4 as 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. That's why it's a higher order of addition. It must be taken care of first. So multiplication and division go together, and then addition and subtraction also go together. So if we're looking at this problem that says evaluate, it says evaluate because it's not an equation. So we evaluate expressions. First off, we can rewrite it. If you're confused about this fraction, don't be. We have 20 divided by 10 minus 6. Now, I need to add something here. Anytime you have a fraction and it has an expression in the bottom or the top, there's implied parentheses there. So it seems like you would start with 20 divided by, but what would you pick? 20 divided by what? You pick the 10 or the 6? That's why there's an implied parentheses that you have to handle this bottom part first. So we have to do that parentheses, even though it doesn't list it. That's something I'm going to be honest, I don't really care for with this order of operations if you're just introducing it. But we're going to do that first. We're going to do 20 divided by 10 minus 6 is 4. So this is the thing I handled. It became 4. And now I can move on. So I got done with parentheses. I didn't have any exponents. I didn't have multiplication, but I did have division. So I'm going to do 20 divided by 4, and I get 5 as my answer. So I actually like the vertical alignment, so I'm going to go ahead and erase that. And I'm going to type 5 here, and we'll move on. Okay, next question. Here we go. So this is a better example if you ask me. So here we just have 6 plus 8 divided by 2. So you're going to want to go through this entire order every time. And as you do it more often, you don't have to explicitly go through it. But do we have parentheses? No. Exponents? No. Multiplication or division? Notice how I say it together. Yes, I have division. So I'm going to start with that division. I do 8 divided by 2 is 4. And then I'm going to drop down that plus 6. I'm going to try to keep it in this like funnel design. If you've seen other videos of mine, anytime I'm doing order of operations, I like this natural funnel and actually drawing those lines to keep us aware that we are trying to simplify this, and it's going to go from more complex to less complex. Then I do 6 plus 4, and that equals 10, and 10 is going to be my final answer. So just perform the operation in the order that it should be. Here, I'm actually just going to go left to right. Okay, parentheses, no. Exponents, no. Multiplication or division, yes, I have multiplication. I don't have division, so I'm going to start with the multiplication. I'm going to make my natural funnel shape. I have 6 times 4 is 24. then I subtract 3, and I finish it off. I like underlining the operation that I'm doing. 24 minus 3 is 21, and that's going to be my final answer. I like to circle my final answer. Not really necessary in Khan Academy, but that's a good practice to get into. Okay, this one has a little bit more. So it doesn't have parentheses, no. Exponents, no. Multiplication, division, yes. We got 2 sets of multiplication. So what I do is, I've told you this earlier, we're going to go left to right. So I'm going to first start with the left multiplication, 21 minus 2 times 5. Okay, I now have a second set of multiplication. I'm going to underline that. I'm going to do that operation. I'm going to drop everything else down in the same order that it was in. So I'm just going to drop it straight down. I only changed this 2 times 5 to make it 10. Now I have 21 minus 10, and that is 11, and I'm done with my my problem. And that's all there is to it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Really quick one today. If you have any questions, leave a comment. If you need any other videos or topics covered, make sure to leave a comment also. And I look forward to seeing you next time right here on Wes Explains Best.